eligibility criteria for auditor. Who can become an auditor? Either engineers or science people. So Bachelor of Science are there. Number of courses are there. Those science people or medicine. Who can become an auditor? That is one part I will discuss. And another one, what are the responsibilities of an auditor? When we are looking into eligibility, they should be working in government universities. They cannot be a private worker. They cannot work for any MNCs. They are Wipro, Cognizant, anywhere. They cannot become an auditor. If you want to become environmental auditor, you should be a part of government universities. They should be teachers. The government colleges, those who work in government college, government institution organization and research centers. Those who are working in IISc can become an environmental auditor. Now, next question comes. Is all the branches can become an environmental auditor? In a engineering college or university, number of streams will be there. So, who can become an auditor? Next thing, let me discuss. There are number of state government and national laboratories. DRDO, have you heard about this? Defense Research Development Organization. In every state you have DRDO. So, DRDO people can also become an environmental auditor. Not only teachers, not only university professors, even state and national research organization can become an environmental auditor. They require some lab facilities. You go to some industry. What are the samples you will take? If effluents are there, you will take some sample of wastewater. If air emissions are there, you will take some sample in smokestack scrubbers. You have some chimneys, you will take some sample. So like that, then chemicals, any hazardous waste, if they dispose, these samples you have to take. Imagine you are an auditor. You are taking samples. Will you give the samples to others to check the thing, or you itself you will check? So an auditor, the auditor should check, because he is taking a confidential work. He should not give the work to others. So the auditing team should have a lab. In that lab, eventually, if you are working in IISc, will they have chemistry lab? Yes. In chemistry lab, all the chemicals will be available, facilities will be available. So they can use that lab facility and make that audit. They should have adequate manpower. These manpowers they should have, and they should have the lab facilities. Okay. Have you seen this kind of images in newspaper? Call for an environmental auditor. You should apply in that. So this is from Andhra Pradesh. There they are inviting applications for environmental auditors under environmental audit scheme. So like that you can see in newspapers. If the people are eligible, they can apply through this website, APPCB. What do you mean by this? Andhra Pradesh Pollution Control Board. Like that, Karnataka State Pollution Control Board is there. So they will also call for the environmental auditors. If they are called for, you can apply for this. Scheduled industries. If any industries are there, they have to audit. Before that, they will call for auditors. They will appoint. They will send for all industries. They will pick the sample, test and give the report. Also, they will check the projects. Metro projects, they have to check the quality. Like that, some projects are going on, so they will check the quality. So for the projects also they can use urban local bodies in and around Andhra. So this will be the model application form. If you want to apply for an auditor, or if you want to become an auditor, you should apply for the member secretary in the respective pollution control board in Karnataka, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, etc. What are the things required? Your name or research institute, either it is university or research institute, then name of the lab department wherever you are working. Now 4 people, so I have told you, for an environmental audit. What are their qualifications? Can you see here? Name and address of technical qualification. They should possess a degree in environmental engineering, civil engineering or mechanical engineering. So they should be a member of civil, mechanical or environmental. He should be the lead auditor. Next thing, a person possessing in degree with chemical engineering. If you are a chemical expert, you can become an environmental auditor. Then degree in chemistry or environmental science, BSc in chemistry, BSc in environmental science. Then last one is life science or social science. So this 4 degree parameters are required to become a auditor and its team. Member 1 should have a environmental or civil mechanical engineering. Then 2 persons are from engineering stream, chemical engineering or technology. 2 persons are from arts and science. Can you see here? Is BSc chemistry comes under engineering? No. 2 people from engineering, 2 people from science. They will be having environmental science degree or social science degree. Why social science is included in auditor? Social concerns are there, no? So I have discussed in earlier module that there are social concerns for a particular area. Now, what are the equipments required for the environmental auditors? pH, COD assembly, then hot air oven, muffle furnace, conductivity meter. If they are taking water analysis parameter, pH, temperature, total solid. So these things for water analysis they should have. Next thing is hazardous waste parameter during disposal. So acidity, phenol, etc. Heavy metals. Next thing, then ambient air. If they are taking emissions from any chimney or effluent, they should have this instruments. So these instruments will measure 10 parameters. So there is an instrument to check the air quality. So RSPM, respirable suspended particulate matter. They are PM10, PM2.5. These things has to be measured in ambient air. The next thing is process stack, vent emission and flue gas emission. So these things has to be analyzed. So this lab facility should be there. If one audit team is going for an audit, for each experiment they will give some remuneration. If they are taking water sample, if they are finding pH result, they will be getting a fund for that. So for each and every experiment, how many experiments I have shown you? These much of experiment. What are the tests to be done for an industry? Emission standards. Can you recollect? If you want to check air, you have to check emission standards. In emission standards, they will be indicating PM10 less than 250 CO2. They have given the standard. So those things you have to check in the lab. If it is going above or below that, you have to check the parameters. If you are checking for effluent, you have to check Central Pollution Control Board website. They will standardize the limits. In 2003, the limit was different. In 2024, the limit was different. In 2003, they said that if any vehicle lets 14 gram of CO2 per kilometer is called pollution. But now in 2020, what they say is if a vehicle is exhausting 1 gram of CO2 is called pollution. So the pollution level changes according to the year. So you have to check the Pollution Control Board for standards. What are the other standards I have discussed with you? Stream standards, effluent standards, emission standards, auto fuel quality, then generator standards, etc. So these standards you should check there. And if you are doing single test for water, air and hazardous waste, so the rates will be fixed. How much rate? The officer, if they are going for an audit, they will get 2,500 per member for the lodging charges, and DA 500 will be given. For one company's visit, 50,000 for field men allowance. So totally 1,50,000 rupees they will get for an audit. These are secondary salary, not primary salary. Primary salary is they work for a organization. They work in research development organization or institute. Apart from that, how many industries are there in Karnataka? Hundreds and thousands of industries are there. For one industry, how much they get? 1.5 lakhs. If they go to at least 10 industries is enough. We don't want to work. So that is the way The Pollution Control Board gives the auditor auditing fee and expenses. So who incurs this expense? Who will give this expense? Do you think government? Industries will give. They have to pay for audit, no? The industries will pay, they will check, and then the audit will happen. These are the requirements to become an auditor, which is what I said. You should have a bachelor degree, either in environmental science. This is in US. In India, I have told you, this criteria are from US. You should have environmental science, environmental management, natural resource management. This is not available in India. For US standards, if you want to become an auditor, you should have a bachelor degree in the following cases: environmental assessment, etc. Then you should be a certified environmental auditor. Environmental auditor SM is being developed by US Air Force. So they give the certificate. Also, these are the number of professional certificates are available. If you joined in professional bodies, compliance environmental auditor, environmental management system, these are professional bodies. If you are a member in US, then you can become an environmental auditor, and additional education for environmental auditors. Imagine you are having a master of environmental science. You will be a higher role in the auditing team. Yes. First part is over. What is the eligibility of an auditor? Who can become an auditor? Second part of this class is what are the roles and responsibilities as per ISO 19011. First one is lead auditor. He will be leading the team. It's called lead auditor. And next one is auditing team members. There will be 3 members in the team, technical expert. So they should conduct effectively and impartially as per the requirements of ISO 19011. I have discussed the principles in last class. Auditors, the member who are all going for the audit purpose is called auditors. The individuals who perform audit activities, generally the auditors are the people who will plan, conduct and report the audit on time. There will be 4 members in a team. They consist of auditors. They should have knowledge, skills and experience, relevant experience to the environment. Next thing is lead auditor. In the 4-member team, one person will be a lead auditor. Senior level person will be the lead auditor who will play the leadership role in planning and conducting this audit. Can you see lead auditor? And then you have audit members. He provides guidance for the audit team. Audit team is different. So audit team will be sent for the respective places. So he will plan and manage the audit team and ensure the effectiveness for overall auditing. So additional competence, leadership and communication qualities are also required. Next one, audit team will take various aspects and cover the areas. Someone will go into operational field of an industry, someone will go to office, someone will go to disposal area. Like that they will be spreading. If they go to any industry, they will spread across. So each and everyone will take their own sampling and they will collect the documents from the places. So these people are called audit teams. They cover all different aspects of an industry and plan, execute, evaluate the audit independently. No need to give directions after their initial meeting. So they will go and take the samples in an audit. So effective communication is crucial. Who are auditees? There is a role called auditees. Who are auditees? The industry is called auditee. So the auditors will look into the auditees. The individual or representatives of the organization. For a college, principal is the representative. They should provide access to information, facilities, personnel, etc. So the auditee will be helping the auditor to cover all the areas and cooperate for the audit team. So involved in discussing, addressing and audit findings. Next one is called management team. Auditors will come to auditee, but auditee is being managed by some management team. What are they? President, vice president, these are all called management team. Management teams does not come to the picture, but they will manage the organization to support, provide resource and access to relevant information of the audit. So these things comes under audit teams. So they should demonstrate commitment to the audit process. Whatever process going on in the organization, so they should provide the access of audit findings. So they should give the documents whatever has been asked there, and if they are being accountable, and they should communicate clearly during this audit.